Good morning and welcome to day 2 of our training. By now, you should be grasping the fact that this business is not going to be easy. This business is something that takes work, it takes sacrifice, it takes time and consistency. But most of all, it takes what we're going to talk about today in training number 2, and that's going to be your why. You have to know why you are doing what you are doing. Those who do not know that are the ones who struggle the most. When you have a crystal clear vision of where you want to go in life, where you want to go with this business, those are the ones who make it. I can tell you, you can have all the whys in the world, but none of that is going to matter if you don't back it up with action. A lot of people make the mistake of setting their goals really, really high, and their action is really, really low, and they wonder where the disconnect is. So when it comes to developing your why, just ask yourself the simple question, why did I sign up? Why did you sign up on this team? Why did you sign up in this business? And I can tell you firsthand experience, your why is going to change over time, and that's okay. You don't have to be married to one specific why. I've been signed up in this thing since 2009. That's a few years. When I first signed up, my whys were not the same as they are now. My why when I signed up was, I got a 25% discount. Okay, cool. I want to buy Insanity when that comes out. And throughout time, fast forward a few years, I hit the point where I got sick and tired of being sick and tired. I got sick and tired of going to a job I hated. I got sick and tired of living paycheck to paycheck, telling my wife we can't afford stuff. Well, having to really watch what we buy at the grocery store because I was afraid that the bill would rack up to be more than what I wanted to spend. I got so sick and tired, time-wise, of working on the weekends, being worked to death full-time during the summers because that was our on season. I got sick and tired of going to a job just to go through the motions of life, to barely make enough money to pay my rent, to pay my utilities, and to have maybe a little bit extra to go out to dinner. I got tired of that all. And I was signed up with Beachbody at the time, and I didn't open my eyes to the fact that I was sitting on this gold mine that can buy my time freedom. That's what it came down to me. That was one of my biggest driving forces in the beginning stages, was building time freedom. I know the financial freedom will come with more time, but in the beginning, working that job on the weekends in the summers, I had to tell my family a lot of times, I can't go swimming, I can't go to the beach, I can't go on that camping trip, sorry, I can't make it to dinner tonight, I have to put in overtime. I got so tired of that, guys. That was what drove me. I sent my coach, Jason, that brought me into the business, I sent him paragraph-long texts about having to scrub tubs when I was supposed to be doing massage therapy, which is what I was licensed in. I got so sick and tired of having to constantly send those texts and to say how much I hated this. And finally, one day he asked me, what are you going to do about it? And that was kind of one of the big moments I had that switched. I put my foot down, I started working this thing, and for once in my life, I had a clear vision of what I wanted. I wanted out of that job. I wanted to do something that, number 1, had meaning in my life, number 2, that I can be passionate about, number 3, that I can set my own schedule. I can be my own boss. I can have that time freedom. So I did what it took. I put up a lot of sacrifice. I put up a lot of time and effort up front. But the payoff, I got to walk my resignation letter in there. I got to tell them, sorry guys, you can't tell me what to do anymore. I schedule my lunch breaks. I schedule my weekends off. I don't have to worry about PTO anymore. I pushed that job away. I got out. And it was because of Beachbody that bought me that time freedom. Fast forward again, my why changed when I found out we were going to have our firstborn son. You can imagine how much of a driving force that was for me again to do another big push in business. And even now that he's with us and he's 5.5 months old at the time of this video, my driving force now, it's for my family. You guys can see how this came from my vision, and my why in the beginning was, it was a cool little hobby to do. I got a discount on products, I earned a little bit of income. Now it's completely switched to my family. I'm building our financial freedom. I'm building our future. So when my son gets old enough, I don't have to tell him, sorry, we can't afford this. Sorry, dad has to work, I can't go to your games. I'm not gonna have to tell him that stuff. It's because of the work I'm putting in now. You guys are in the same position. You have to ask yourself, why did you sign up? This has been training number 2, guys. We're going to dive more into these topics in a few days. See you later.